After UFC Qatar, Garry and Khamzat Chimaev had a little bit of an incident. There was some pushing and shoving, there was some name calling in the high school stuff, but Garry was the cause of it. He started it. It looks like it was Khamzat at first glance, but I rewatched it. I've seen some of the interviews, some of the press conference. I've gone back in time to look through the history books, and I'm telling you, Garry started it. I'm just going to let the video play through now and let you have a look at it first.
Good job tonight. Ready to go?
No, I'm on armor.
Oh, he's not going to fight me. He's good. He's a champion. Don't worry. What's wrong? Whoa.
Come on, relax, boys. Relax.
Dude, that's just childish. You're meant to be a champion in this sport. Look at me. You're meant to be a champion in this sport. Your friend just won. Don't ruin his victory. Our man, congratulations.
Now, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, everything seems to be fine. They're just, having a good time. Ahmed just won. Khamzat's happy about that. Garry also just won. They're celebrating with each other. And then Khamzat gives a firm pat on the back to Garry. It looks a bit excessive. And then Garry says to the security guard, "Oh, he's not going to fight me. He's not going to fight me. We're good, man. We're good." And then Khamzat's staring down at Garry. And then Garry says, "Oh, what's your problem?" And Khamzat says, "Well, what's your problem, brother? I'm going to smash." And then pushes him. And then Gary's there looking all superior, saying, "That's just childish, mate. That's childish." That's Australian, sorry. Never mind, I'm not going to do the accent anymore. And he says, that's childish. What are you doing? You should be a champion. And then he goes off and tries to act like nothing happened and says hi to someone. But so I thought Khamzat was in the wrong at first, but then I rewatched it and Garry actually properly slaps Khamzat on the back proper hard first and grabs his shoulder and shakes him a little bit, trying to little bro him. You can actually properly hear the slap as well. Khamzat was just trying to get his get back by smacking back Ian.
Good job tonight.
Ian turns around and he sees there's a camera behind him, looks dead in the camera and says, "Are we ready to go?" And instead of just doing what a normal person would do in this situation, just walk away, then like nothing happened, he just met Khamzat, cool. He sort of hangs around a little bit and then looks in Khamzat's direction, then looks away a little bit from what it looks like. He's just hanging around. He's not actually moving. It's like he's trying to start something. He then says to the security guard, who wasn't doing anything, he was just standing between Garry and Khamzat. He says to him, "Don't worry about it. He's not going to fight me. He's not going to fight me. We're good over here."
Oh, he's not going to fight me. He's good. He's a champion. Don't worry.
Garry is insinuating that Khamzat is too scared to fight him. And I think this goes all the way back to that elevator situation that we're going to look on later on in this video. But he's using this to his advantage. And it's a great strategy from Garry, don't get me wrong. It's a great strategy. But everyone's saying that, Khamzat's embarrassing. But Garry knows exactly what he's doing. He's getting under Khamzat's skin and he's pushing his buttons because he knows that if he tries in any way to even suggest that Khamzat's scared of fighting Garry, Khamzat's going to do something about it. And he used that full well to his advantage right now, knowing he was safe from any danger because, there was security around them. I mean, there's only one between them in the video, but there's other people around. So clearly, Khamzat's not going to be able to do any significant damage. And it's like, the security guard wasn't doing anything. Khamzat was just there. Why are you saying that? He knows what he's doing. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to rile up Khamzat. He's trying to do this on purpose and then blame Khamzat. Then people in the comment section and stuff are trying to get on Khamzat, saying he's a man-child, he's negative 20 IQ. When, yeah, if someone tries little broing you as a champion, you've got to do something back. It's part of the game. It's part of the mind games. You can't be a champion and have some little Irish dweeb from the weight class below try to bully you over here, smacking the back, shoving you in the shoulder, pulling you about. You can't deal with that. And these people are on Garry's side when Garry's trying to rile up Khamzat and Khamzat's just protecting his image. Khamzat's doing what he has to do to make himself look like a champion. He's got to defend himself like a champion. Garry then continues to pester Khamzat and says to him, what's wrong? And then Khamzat says to him, what's wrong, brother, what's wrong? And then pushes him because he's sick of dealing with Garry and his antics, and he knows what Gary's trying to do. And so he pushes Garry away because Gary's annoying him, and then everyone's getting on Khamzat.
What's wrong?
Whoa. Come on, relax, boys. Relax. No.
I like the security guard in this. Relax, boys, relax. That was nice, that was funny. And then, to be fair, this next part was funny. Garry starts turning the screws even more, saying, wow, you're acting like a child, mate, you're a champion. It's not how a champion acts, you're acting like a child over here, mate. This is childish. That was pretty funny, though. I'll give that to Garry. I like watching someone turn the screws. It's wrong, and I think Gary's in the wrong here, and then he was trying to blame Khamzat, which I don't like him for. But that part was funny, I'll give it to him.
That's just childish. You're meant to be a champion in this sport. Look at me. You're meant to be a champion in this sport. Your friend just won. Don't ruin his victory. Our man, congratulations.
Garry then walks away and it's all over. Until we get to the post-fight press conference of Ian Garry and Arman Sarukian.
Khamzat hate who behaves very bad. He's a so quiet guy, but someone is trying to make a joke or behaving bad and misbehaving. You can joke with this guy.
That's respectful. Don't punch somebody behind, like.
He punched you in the back?
Yeah, like they punching, like slapping my back, That has to respect. If you want to show respect, respectful, touch somebody. That's why I say tell him to touch somebody, respect. That's it. He came like there to make some hacks for him, that guy. Trying to be corner, but never gonna be corner. He's a shit fighter. He won't cheat. I don't know what.
So Khamzat knows what Ian Garry's doing, and then you heard it from Arman. Arman says Khamzat doesn't like it when people are messing around with him, joking with him, misbehaving around him. And, Khamzat felt disrespected, and rightfully so, because that's what Ian Garry was trying to do. He was trying to disrespect Khamzat, and it worked. He got a reaction. He got hype out of it, because I'm making this video about it. So, fair play to Garry, it worked. Now let's hear Ian's side of the story.
I went up to Sarukian. I congratulated him. I went up to Khamzat. I said, hey, champ, what's up? When are we going to see you back? He goes, I don't know, brother. Whenever. Smash. All right, cool. Sweet. Slaps me on the back. I'm like, all right, cool. Security guard gets in front of us. I'm like, we literally were just cool with each other. He's not going to fight me. And then that childish energy comes out. Yeah, fuck you, brother. Fuck you. Boom. Tries to push me. I just turned around and went, you're meant to be a champion of this sport. You're a child. Do you want the honest truth? It's little dick energy. I need to show the world I'm tough. I need to show you're the champion of the world. No one needs to see you be tough. You don't need to have these anger management issues. Just be a man. Sorry. I'll get him one day.
You know, we're here.
They're all going to try grab a hold of my legs. Born little. I'm not going to get. Don't get me started. Sorry.
First of all, conveniently misses out the part where he smacks Khamzat on the back and shakes his shoulder. Conveniently leaves that out. Second of all, he didn't try to push you. He did push you. So, that's that. Now, some of you may remember a certain elevator incident, or lift incident, as we say in the UK, that happened a while back. I'll let Ian take it away with this one.
Tell you a funny story about Khamzat. We got in the elevator and me and my wife were standing there, pressed the button, doors open, Khamzat and his missus. I'd love to have a fight here. I'd love to just swing hands with Khamzat in the middle of an elevator. I'd love it.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
The stories would have been fucking cool. And my missus like that, looking at me like her eyes popped out of her fucking skull. And she's like, do it, like have a fight with him. And I'm like, my fucking like in my head, I'm like, my teammate's about to fucking fight him tomorrow. I'm not fucking ruining that. Also, there's two fucking women in here. Me and him are gonna go to the death if we fight in an elevator. We step out of the lift and my wife just looks at me and goes, you're a pussy.
So, we all know about the Ian Garry wife situation. We all know about that. I don't have to go through that. And if you want to know more about that, MMA Guru, as he does, has some great videos about that, very in-depth detail. Basically, Gilbert Burns is about to fight Khamzat Chimaev in 2022. Day before, Gary's in a lift with Khamzat and his wife. Gary's wife's in there. And then Gary's wife tells Ian Garry to fight Khamzat there and then. And then, when he doesn't, obviously, Gary's wife, Layla is her name, calls him a wuss. And I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling 22. I think this has been sitting in Garry's head for years and years and years, for 3 years specifically. And I think he saw his chance this time to show his wife what a man he is, and he was going to make a big scene about how he wanted to fight Khamzat Chimaev, so he's trying to get him all riled up, cause a big thing. And I think this is what it all comes down to. It's all down to this original situation, because Garry full well knows he would not have fought Khamzat in a lift back in 2022 when Khamzat was at his absolute peak, of popularity, and just before that war between just before the war with Gilbert Burns. I mean, come on, fight to the death. Yeah, Garry would be dead in about 3 seconds. Khamzat would pick him up and throw him into the roof, into the floor, the elevator, up and down, up and down, up and down. Head would be bouncing around like a pinball machine in there. Fair enough now, Garry's a little bit better. He's got good takedown defense. Do I think he would be able to beat Khamzat now? Absolutely not, because no one can beat Khamzat now. No one at middleweight can, no one at welterweight. Maybe not even anyone at light heavyweight for that matter. But that's besides the point. That's just hyperbolic talk. I've not thought about it fully, so don't judge me on that one. Anyway, that's the full breakdown of the situation. I think it was Ian Garry knows what he was doing. He was trying to rile Khamzat up, and he managed it. He got a push out of it, and he was trying to blame Khamzat. That's the breakdown. Those are my opinions. Let me know what you think. See you in the next one.